Hey guys, Slimber here, and today I decided to do another video on PragerU. These fucking geniuses, very, very intelligent people. Well, I actually think Ben Shapiro might be. I think he just says shit for ratings. But anyways, this one they decide to kind of talk about how religion creates morals, but it's kind of dumb. Their points aren't very intelligent. But let me go ahead and kind of leave a disclaimer here. I'm not an atheist. I'm not a theist. I'm agnostic. I believe anything is possible. And yeah, let's get right into this.
Do you believe that good and evil exist?
I mean, kinda. Not that dramatically, but I mean, I believe there's dickheads and, I guess, cool people in the world.
The answer to this question separates Judeo-Christian values from secular values. Let me offer the clearest possible example. Murder. Is murder wrong?
Yes.
Is it evil?
It depends on the situation. Are you defending yourself, or are you just a fucking serial killer?
Nearly everyone would answer yes, but now I will pose a much harder question. How do you know?
Because you're unwillingly taking away somebody's right to live.
I'm sure you think murder is wrong, but how do you know? If I asked you how you know that the Earth is round, you would show me photographs from outer space or offer me measurable data. But what photographs could you show? What measurements could you provide that prove that murder or rape or theft is wrong?
Because all of those harm people, and that's not okay unless you're either defending yourself or... Actually, yeah, that is literally the only situation that is okay. And rape and theft, you can't really defend that with, oh, I'm defending myself.
The fact is, you can't.
I just did.
There are scientific facts, but without God, there are no moral facts.
That is false. Morality comes from human intelligence. Dogs don't follow morality. Cats don't follow morality. Morality comes from your intelligence as a human being.
In a secular world, there can only be opinions about morality. They may be personal opinions or society's opinions, but only opinions.
That is basically all morality is in the first place. Saying you believe something is wrong because you believe a God believes something is wrong is still an opinion.
Every atheist philosopher I have read or debated on this subject has acknowledged that if there is no God, there is no objective morality.
So I'm assuming A, this isn't true, or B, you were debating with somebody who's not a very strong debater.
Judeo-Christian values are predicated on the existence of a God of morality. In other words, only if there is a God who says murder is murder wrong?
So let's say this, right? Let's assume there is no God, right? Murder is still wrong. How did it become wrong in the first place, right? Is this making sense to anybody?
Otherwise, all morality is opinion. The entire Western world, what we call Western civilization, is based on this understanding. Now, let me make two things clear. First, this doesn't mean that if you don't believe in God, you can't be a good person. There are plenty of kind and moral individuals who don't believe in God and Judeo-Christian values.
And there are plenty that don't follow those moral values.
But the existence of these good people has nothing to do with the question of whether good and evil really exist if there is no God.
Once again, a God doesn't determine good or evil. Good and evil is determined by human intelligence. Whether you're a dickhead or whether you're a good person is based off only you.
Second, there have been plenty of people who believed in God who were not good people. Indeed, more than a few have been evil and have even committed evil in God's name. The existence of God doesn't ensure people will do good. I wish it did. The existence of God only ensures that good and evil objectively exist and are not merely opinions.
Once again, that'd still be an opinion. That would be God's opinion.
Without God, we therefore end up with what is known as moral relativism, meaning that morality is not absolute, but only relative to the individual or to the society.
That has been morality in the first place. Morality is determined by society. Yes, it is an opinion, but religion's morality is determined by a society, which also is an opinion.
Without God, the words good and evil are just another way of saying I like and I don't like.
Yes, that's how it's always been.
If there is no God, the statement murder is evil is the same as the statement I don't like murder. Now, many will argue that you don't need moral absolutes. People won't murder because they don't want to be murdered. But that argument is just wishful thinking. Hitler, Stalin, and Mao didn't want to be murdered, but that hardly stopped them from murdering about 100 million people.
Yes, and both ideas that morality doesn't exist without God and that morality does exist without a God, people are still going to murder each other. Yes, obviously that is going to happen, but that still doesn't help your argument that morality exists without God, because people are still going to fucking do it.
It is not a coincidence that the rejection of Judeo-Christian values in the Western world by Nazism and communism led to the murder of all these innocent people.
Nazis were Christian.
It is also not a coincidence that the first societies in the world to abolish slavery, an institution that existed in every known society in human history, were Western societies rooted in Judeo-Christian values.
But those Christian values didn't prevent slavery for the 400 years it was going on for still, right?
And so were the first societies to affirm universal human rights, to emancipate women, and to proclaim the value of liberty.
But once again, what does that have to do with anything? Because it was still going around for a long time while that religion was still popular there.
Today, the rejection of Judeo-Christian values and moral absolutes has led to a world of moral confusion.
Let me explain this. People not wanting to push their religion down people's throat is a good thing.
In the New York Times in March 2015, a professor of philosophy confirmed this. He wrote, "What would you say if you found out that our public schools were teaching children that it is not true that it's wrong to kill people for fun?"
I'd say they're a sociopath, which would always exist, irregardless of a god or not.
Would you be surprised? I was. The professor then added, "The overwhelming majority of college freshmen view moral claims as mere opinions."
Yes, because that is all they are.
So then, whatever you believe about God or religion, here is a fact. Without a God who is the source of morality, morality is just a matter of opinion.
Here is a fact. Even with a God, it is still somebody's opinion.
So, if you want a good world, the death of Judeo-Christian values should frighten you.
If you want a good world, maybe we should increase education so idiots like this won't be saying stupid shit like this.
I'm Dennis Prager.
Well, shit, guys, that's it. I went after the main fucking boss, Dennis Prager, to make fun of him. But hell yeah. Leave a like, leave a comment. Slimber out.